Hey everyone, today we are reading Acts chapter 2, verses 42 to 47, and this is one of my favorite passages in the book of Acts. Just to recap where we have left off, where we have come from, Jesus ascended into heaven, and then the Holy Spirit came just as Jesus promised, and a whole bunch of supernatural events took place when the Holy Spirit came. Peter then preached a powerful sermon that resulted in 3,000 people coming to know Jesus. And that's where we pick it up today. Now, what follows this is continued evidence of God's hand at work, continued evidence of the Holy Spirit at work. And I love how one commentary put it. It said, on the day of Pentecost, which is the day that the Holy Spirit came, the sound of rushing wind, the tongues of fire, and the conversion of 3,000 were all remarkable events. But the things described in Acts 2:42 were the abiding legacy of God's work. Now I'm going to read all of the verses that we are reading today together here. And I pray that you would hear them with new ears. Picture in your mind what this community looked like, what it would have felt like to be part of this group of people. So we're going to pick it up in Acts chapter 2, verses 42. All the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to the fellowship and to sharing in meals, including the Lord's Supper, and to prayer. A deep sense of awe came over them all, and the apostles performed many miraculous signs and wonders. And all the believers met together in one place and shared everything they had. They sold their property and possessions and shared the money with those in need. They worshiped together at the temple each day, met in homes for the Lord's Supper, and shared their meals with great joy and generosity, all the while praising God and enjoying the goodwill of all the people. And each day the Lord added to their fellowship those who were being saved. So what words come to mind when you think about this community? To me, the words of together, of unity, supported, generosity, joy, power, supernatural power. Those are the words that come to mind when I think of this community. The community was evidence of the continued work of the Holy Spirit. And I'll tell you, after the year that we've just had, where we've had to isolate more and we've had to be more closed off from other people, at least physically, this type of community living just seems so attractive to me. I don't know about you. No one had any needs because everyone shared, sold everything that they didn't need, and then gave that money to those people who were in need. Nobody had problems that were isolated. They shared in each other's problems and worked together towards solutions. I want to read that last sentence one more time of this section. And then so in 47, the second part of it says, and each day the Lord added to their fellowship those who were being saved. Every day, people were coming to know Jesus because they saw this community and they wanted to be part of it. They saw the sharing. They saw the united togetherness of this community and they wanted to belong. They saw Jesus' love on display in how they lived, and they saw the power of the Holy Spirit on display in the acts and the miraculous signs that happened. Now, I'm not going to lie. I know that there's a difference between the 21st century and the first century, but I still think that there are ways that we can incorporate some of this togetherness and the generosity and the sharing together and the living life together in our world today, in our lives. Now, Light of the Desert, you are wonderful at this. Don't get me wrong, but I still think that there are ways that we can continue to shine the light of Jesus' love in the way that we live life together. We live life on mission for the sake of spreading the good news of Jesus, because there's a whole lot of people out there who are searching for a place to belong, searching for hope. And we know that the only reason why we have hope is because of Jesus. So yes, it may cost something. It may cost comfort, sacrifice. It may involve sacrifice, but I think that the way of living that the early church describes here far outweighs all of the benefits, far outweighs anything that it could cost too. So let's live on mission together. Let's think of ways that we can continue to live on fire as a light for Jesus. Grace and peace to you today. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.
If these devotional videos are helpful to you, subscribe to our channel and click the notification button so you know when we post a new video. And of course, please share them with others.